I most earnestly crave leave to extend my most cordial, respectful, and sincere greetings to all of you. Although in my country it is already past midnight, which means the 2nd of January of the Gregorian year 2024. Yet in various other countries of the world it is still the very first day of the current year 2024. No doubt I remain wholeheartedly grateful to all those who have so kindly been sending me New Year's greetings during the past few days, and most certainly even very recently. Most of those greetings which were extended to me said something like this: Happy New Year. Yes, and I most certainly, like most other human beings, crave to be happy, look forward to be happy, am eager to be happy. But can I truly be happy at a moment when hundreds of thousands of people are endangered of death by starvation, by natural calamities, and most regrettably enough, by wars? On Christmas Day, I was not too well. In fact, I contracted an influenza 2 days earlier, which affected my vocal cord to some extent, and consequently I was unable to extend my Christmas greetings unlike the preceding years, even to my utter regrets and most certainly utter disappointment. On this very night, I crave leave to extend season's greetings to all of you. According to certain traditional calendars, Christmas is supposed to continue from the very eve of Christmas Day, which means the evening of the 24th of December, until the 2nd of February. Certain other communities celebrate Christmas not until the 7th of January. While, if I'm not wrong, the Armenian community celebrates Christmas not until the 22nd of January. So, I may well be justified in extending also my Christmas greetings, even at this very moment when many people are celebrating a new Gregorian year. But like my Christmas greeting, my New Year greetings are mingled with despair, dismay, and sorrows. According to the New Testament, King Herod executed children. More precisely, according to Matthew's Gospel, chapter 2, because he had been utterly dismayed by not finding the Christ child whom he wanted to kill. As the Christ child, with Mary or Miriam, his mother, and Jehoshaphat of Joseph, his foster father, was in Egypt as refugees along with his family. The wars and the warlike situations throughout the world have raised the floods of peoples, people with an apostrophe S, as well as peoples with an apostrophe after the S, being compelled to leave their homes and houses and become refugees in other places, while many of their countrymen and women are endangered by the wars themselves and the cruelty of the war. Last year, I had hoped that the Ukrainian war with Russian Federation would end shortly after Christmas and in the course of the early New Year. But I was not merely disappointed, but I proved myself to be totally wrong. Instead of the war being ended, a war began during the third quarter of the last year, precisely the Gregorian year 2023, when an inhumane group known as Hamas invaded Israel, killing and abducting many people, mainly the citizens of the state of Israel, even the most innocent ones, including babies and children. This vicious group not merely killed, but violated many people, including innocent women, and thus triggering a war in the Middle East, triggering a horrendous situation due to their folly, due to their inhumanity, due to their viciousness. Too many innocent people are dying or paying too dearly. So, returning to the greetings, Happy New Year. Can I be happy until this very moment? Yes, I would be too happy if I received the news the war ceased. The victims of natural catastrophes are being helped instead of facing violence, and graver inhumanity caused by the so-called human race. This is not merely an irony, it is cynical. We claim to be human beings, the most superior in the animal kingdom. We claim to be intelligent beings on this earth. But where is our intelligence when we fail to foresee the obvious consequences of our own folly, of our foolishness, of our very foolish acts, triggering wars and warlike situations, depriving the innocent of their legitimate rights, even human rights as a whole. The warlike situations in various parts of the world have not merely compelled the natives of the victimized states to flee their own homes and houses, to emigrate from their native lands and to immigrate to other places, even while being considered as persona non grata, or undesirable person in singular. At the same time, however, the world is perhaps being led astray from focusing on the heinous crimes of human trafficking and illegal slavery, which have been continuing for centuries, if not for millennia, and more vividly at this very moment. Can I be happy on such a moment when I'm fully aware of the fact, or facts in plural, that too many of my fellow global citizens are being trafficked and sold into slavery, facing inhumanity of the worst kind? Can I be happy when I know that many of those victims, perhaps too many of them, are babies who pay dearly on operation theatres where their bodily organs are being extracted, children who are being abused, who are assaulted and facing the most indecent assaults one can imagine, even though they're totally innocent. Can I be happy when I am fully aware of the fact that too many of my fellow global citizens, including women and the weak men, are being trafficked and abused without any hope, without any security, without any one, if I may use the expression, to come to their aid? If I could, I would most certainly be anything but a humane human being, because I would be lacking humanity. Can I be happy on such a day or at such a moment when I know the devastations faced by my fellow global citizens, even at this very moment in Japan, whose homes and houses have been destroyed by earthquakes? Can I be happy when I remember the fact that hardly a year ago, some 50,000 people in Turkey and in its neighboring country, Syria, were killed by devastating earthquakes? Can I be happy when I know that too many people were killed and have become homeless in places like Afghanistan, where women are also being not merely disregarded, dishonored, or humiliated, but treated in inhumane manners? Can I be happy when I know in places like in Iran, women are being persecuted, even killed, for being to recognize the viciousness of that country, when they cover their heads and perhaps only a trim of hair is being exposed? Can I be happy on such a day, at such a moment? This is I am obliged to ask. This is a question I'm obliged to raise, not merely upon my own mind, but also upon the mind of every single of my fellow global citizen or citizens, every single of them. Those victims need us as much as we need them, even at this very moment, on this very day, when many of us are celebrating lavishly, while forgetting that too many of our fellow global citizens are at the brink of starvation, even though they're totally innocent. I thank you in anticipation for your kind understanding, while bidding you the protection of the same Creator who created all of us, even those victims who are being victimized at this very moment, even on this very day, even in the course of every single hour. My apologies for any distraction caused by my loving cats, who are kept outside this little chamber, and they become very restless when they know that I'm at home, but they're unable to see me. Thank you in anticipation for your kind understanding, while I wish you a blissful, a peaceful, a non-violent Gregorian year 2024. Good night from my country.